Yo, what's up, YouTube? I'm SPG Bam, and today I want to discuss how hip hop might be back at the forefront. How 2025 has been one of the best years for hip hop in a long time, probably the best in a decade. But before I get into that, please like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. It helps my channel grow, it helps me grow, it helps me keep putting out videos like this. And also, I'm a hip hop producer myself. I got music out on all your favorite DSPs, Apple Music, Spotify. Whatever you listen to music on, you can find me on. Now, a lot of discussions have been had about whether hip hop is falling off and whether it's dying and all those things. And for a good while, we couldn't escape those videos. We couldn't escape those conversations. Everybody and their mom believed that hip hop was dying. I think if 2024 brought hip hop back to the forefront, 2025 is solidifying its stay. It's bringing hip hop back to its original form, and I couldn't be more excited for it. I want to say if 2024 brought hip hop back, then 2025 is solidifying it. In this video, I'm going to go over some of my favorite music to come out in 2025. And although we're only halfway through the year, I think we got some of the best albums in the last decade right here in 2025. So I already have 2 albums fighting for album of the year. And one I'm pretty sure you already know something about. It's the Clipse album, Let God Sort 'Em Out, produced by Pharrell. This album is phenomenal, and it's probably one of the better albums to come out in the last decade or so. Pharrell is one of the best producers to ever bless my ears, our ears, and give us something that we haven't been too familiar with. I believe Pharrell goes to another level on this album. My favorite beat of this year is probably Mike Tyson Blow to the Face. That beat alone is just crazy. So Be It had everybody talking about.
This is culture in the first place. So be it.
And yeah, the production on this is amazing. I couldn't be more happy with the production as a producer. Clipse, they're back in full form and miss no step. The rapping is phenomenal. Obviously, they go through their trials, tribulations, some of the you got your coke bars on there, everything like that. But I really feel that this album is probably album of the year. This is a top tier album from top to bottom. I enjoyed every second of this album. My favorite songs from this album would be So Be It, Chains and Whips, POV, Mike Tyson Blow to the Face, So Far Ahead. And like I said, that's only because I have to choose my favorites. This whole album is good. I really like this album, and I really enjoyed listening to it. The features were great on this. Tyler came through with a very, in my opinion, fun verse, but also giving us some really, really good bars. And just doing what we expect from Tyler. Stove God Cook's hook on this is one of the greatest hooks that I've heard in a while. Stove always does this very melodical rap, and it just fits perfect on almost everything. My only flaw with this is that I wish Stove would have had an actual verse on the album. I'm not mad at the hook though. The hook was amazing, so I'm glad that we got to ride out with that. Like I said, this is album of the year if Alfredo 2 didn't drop this year. Now, for me, this was somewhat of a surprise drop. There's always rumblings of Montana, Alfredo 2, and things like that from Freddie and collaborators Alchemist and Madlib, which are my favorite albums. Any one of these would have been in contender for album of the year for me. Alfredo being Grammy nominated, and if not for Nas being in that, I really think Alfredo would have took it home. Alfredo 2, somewhat a surprise drop, and it's one of the better albums to have come out. It's in contention for another Grammy, in my opinion. The production on this is just top tier. Alchemist took it to another level. Al's production is great as always. So a lot of Japanese soul samples that he looped up, got some rock elements in there, and a lot of pop references that we know Al for over the skits and stuff like that. And to me, Freddie was rapping like the rent was due. He was producing on another level. The bars are there, the flows are there, and in his own words, he is the best with Al. I can't lie, I agree 100%. The Freddie Al connection is just is top tier, and I believe that's why Alfredo 1 was Grammy nominated. So for me, this album, Alfredo 2, it's not about what's new, and I like to use the analogy that this is a championship team and they just running the back. This is the Warriors and they run the back. They're gonna win the chip again. They won it the last year. They didn't make no changes, small tweaks. They might have added one person here, changed this person's position, all that type of good stuff. But all they did was run it back. They got another championship out of it. You can't be mad at that. My favorite songs from this album would have to be Mar-a-Lago, Lavish Habits, Still Lover, Feelings, Ensalada. These are all top tier songs. And like I said, if I didn't have to choose a song, I wouldn't. The whole album is good to me, but those are standouts for me. So those are my 2 for album of the year. And either one could win and I wouldn't be upset. And I believe both deserve it, and I'm saying this and we're only halfway into the year. I'm saying all this and we're only halfway into the year. We still supposed to be getting a Drake album. Ghostface is supposed to come back with another album. And not to mention the many of rumored albums. Joey's album just got pushed back not too long ago. So we're supposed to be getting a Joey Badass album. So there's a lot of good albums coming out this year, a lot of good rap happening, and I just really think rap is back for 2025. A couple of other projects I wanted to mention as well have come out that I really enjoyed. The Late to My Own Funeral by Bodie James and production from Nicholas Craven. Both Westside Gunn and Benny have dropped albums that I've enjoyed. Summertime Butch by Benny the Butcher. I've really enjoyed that album. 12 by Westside Gunn and Hills Have Eyes, which also got a remix from Doechii on the song Egypt. Billy Woods has dropped, I can't pronounce the name for the life of me, but Billy Woods dropped an excellent album I really enjoyed. And Mike dropped 2 of my favorite albums this year. One was Showbiz, another with Pinball with producer Tony Seltzer. I believe I'm pronouncing that right, hopefully. So Mike has been on his grind this year. Mike is always an artist that I'll check out for and I try to listen to whenever he drops. So yeah, Mike is another artist. Wiz Khalifa dropped Cushion Orange Juice 2, which I actually enjoyed a lot. One of my favorites, the collab with Conductor Williams. So yeah, long story short, there is some really, really good music out there. 2025 has been a standout year for hip hop, and I think it's bringing it back to the forefront. If 2024 brought hip hop back, 2025 is solidifying it. I couldn't be more happier as a fan of hip hop, as a producer, and I just hope that we close this year out with some really good bangers. Really hope to get that Joey album at some point. It feels like a fresh reset. It feels like we just reset everything, and rap is getting back to where it's supposed to be at. And I couldn't be more happier. Got some of my favorite artists, some of my favorite producers working together again, dropping good music. And rap is supposed to be competitive. We got people being competitive again. We got artists actually wanting to drop a good song and not just phoning it in. So I couldn't be more happier for the state of hip hop right now. I'm doing my best to try to make it better. So make sure you check out my music, SPG BAM. I drop as often as I can. I'm going to be doing more of these videos, so like, subscribe, comment, all those good things, and keep building with me. We're going to keep doing this. Peace.